What's up, everybody? It's your favorite goldenrod's favorite nerd, and today we are looking at the Bandai movie realization version of C-3PO, which is pretty awesome. I couldn't stop laughing at it. But in order to do so, you know where we gotta start. We gotta start with accessories. So unfortunately, he doesn't come with a whole lot. He comes with left and right relaxed hands, kind of your more traditional 3PO hands, and he comes with left and right holding hands, all styled the same way, which we will talk about when we go through the figure. Now, that is in addition to the two kind of holding slash kind of fist hands that you saw in the opening footage. He also comes with a fan, and you have the Rebel symbol on there, which looks nice, and then I think it's completely painted from top to bottom. If it's not, I think it's cast. I can't tell, man. It might be cast in this kind of lighter color, and then the brown and the Rebel symbol are added. Looks really good. And he'll hold it in his holding hand just fine. So let's talk about the figure. It's painted beautifully. The metals look great. For one, like they fade in and out from different shades of this gold. There's shading on it too. There's like a wash on it. It's absolutely stunning. And that's everywhere there is to see. I guess this is an accessory too. I should have probably talked about when we did accessories, but hopefully you will forgive me. Yeah, the metals look spectacular. I love the expression on the face as well. If you don't like it, you can always open his mouth or close his mouth a bit. There is like a little wiggle room there. Love the design, love the wash, love the metal paint. Double ball peg from the head into the neck, single from the neck into the chest, which is more articulation than we're kind of used to with this line also. Using both, you get them down to there, up to there, swivel, confused dog look. I love the wrinkles in the forehead. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. This piece is a floating piece. These two kind of pistons will actually peg into the chest. So all that stuff is pretty cool. Yeah, the buck of the figure underneath that is painted, or at least textured. No, it's painted to match the kind of material on his pants, which is all good. And then you have, let's see here, disc hinge that goes into a ball peg in his shoulders. You have the shoulder pad here, which is on his own ball peg, which is the way to do it. Using both, you can get the arm up past 90 degrees. You can get it in front of his chest for a butterfly. You can get it back. You have a bicep swivel. Once again, the metal paint looks ridiculous. I just can't stop looking at it. We have a single hinged elbow. Do be careful. The piston is not engineered extremely well. So you can get a great range, but if you watch, it'll bow. You can kind of go beyond what this piston will allow you. So just be mindful of that if you're picking this guy up. Although I might be the only one crazy enough to pick this thing up. All right, so we have a ball hinge wrist. It swivels at both ends so you can get up, down, and out. Articulation is the same for the other side. Now, in the stomach here, we have tons of metallic paints on all the wirings and such, and I don't know if they're like, where they're supposed to be, like maybe straps, maybe? I can't really tell. Maybe hairs? I can't really tell. And then you have like this kind of skeleton look, kind of, sculpted into the back there, which is cool also. All right. And then we have this rope piece here, painted and washed, and then the ropes that hold like his little, what is this thing called? Canteen. Red, looks good, and then we have a little key on there, which I guess he can hold in this hand a little bit. I don't know. I don't want to break it, or I don't want to like bow it too much. And then you have the flaps and the metallic. God, it's a really beautiful figure. I really wish they would have painted these ropes here to match this rope. I just think that would have been more interesting looking, but they didn't. Articulation-wise, you have a single ball peg from the abdomen into the pelvis, and it feels like another single from the abdomen into the chest. Using both, you get a little bit out of it. I think more than you would need. And the swivel. All right, so we have T-jointed ball joints for hips. Once again, get you out to there. Back and forward to about there. Double jointed knee. Love the sculpted and painted work on the knee here. Love the sculpted and painted work here. I love how this one's gold and this one's silver. You know, smart, smart, smart. And then we have the ankle tilt up on a disc hinge, ankle tilt down on a disc hinge, a toe tilt, and a rocker where it plugs in. So yeah, I mean, it's a really, this one's like ironically, because I'm not like super into the droids. I mean, you gotta have them and they're cool to have around, etc. But like, I just don't get excited about them. But ironically, this is one of my favorites. size comparison wise, there he is with the Black Series and the SHF. I would have got the Mafex as well, but it would fall into a million pieces if I ever dared to budge him. So we're just gonna have to look at these three. Final thoughts wise, we'll start with the negatives, and my main negative is that I could have used more posing hands. I understand that 3PO is not the most dynamic character, but this isn't 3PO, right? This is like something in the spirit of 3PO, and therefore we could have had more posing hands. I think that that would have helped with a number of different display options. The two holding hands that he comes with specifically aren't really enough to kind of hold anything, and then he really doesn't have much to hold other than the fan, which brings me to my second criticism, which is that he's just a little light on accessories in general. We could have used something else aside from just one fan. Now, I know he doesn't use a lot of accessories in the movies, but he doesn't use a fan either, so why couldn't we have just had something like the key to be able to take off his belt and hold, or the canteen, or just something? But that's really my only issues with this guy. Positives wise, the paint is absolutely amazingly beautiful. Numero uno. The sculpt work is everywhere. If you look at his hand holding the fan, you'll even see a rebellion symbol sculpted into the top of the armor, and the sculpt work is everywhere. It's covered in sculpt work from head to toe. It's covered in paint from head to toe. It's also more articulated than your average movie realization Star Wars figure, so yeah, it's a strong recommend for me. It's probably one of my favorites, if not my I think Darth Maul is still my favorite, but aside from Maul, it's probably my second favorite. So a strong recommend from me. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.